Okay, let's get started. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again on how to use a sketch. I'm going to go ahead and link up above here the video to watch before if you're just now joining us and want to play along of how we built the kit and now we're going to use the sketch for the kit that we made. And basically it was creating a real small kit so that way we can create one layout. So we're doing baby steps of how to create a kit, going to the very basics, the very minimal, and then same thing with the sketch on how to use a sketch. We're going to focus on pretty much you following it to a T, but we're going to talk a little bit about what changes we could make. So as you can see, I've kind of already prepped everything for you guys because I knew I was going to come on live, and live as far as, in a sense, not actually where I could talk to you guys, but for what I can do right now with the equipment that I have, and instead of putting you guys on fast forward. So I went and prepped everything. I like to gut my pages, even though, I mean, let's face it, I have a supply that will last me the lifetime. I went and cut out, and I'm gonna use the cardstock because, I mean, even though it shows you a blank paper, you could also use pattern paper, but I'm gonna use cardstock like it shows. And then I've already kind of pre-cut my paper of the crepe paper craft market, I think it was called. And so here is what I cut. I eyeball it. So they have a really wide border. I didn't really want that. So I think for me, this is pretty wide for what I normally like. Usually I like to have it real thin, but I'm going to go with it because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and it doesn't look bad. But definitely you can cut however you want. If you want the wide border, do the wide border. If you want the real thin border, you can do the thin border as well. So like I said, I've already kind of prepped everything. I'm kind of crazy here where I am going to use Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. I know some of you are going, what are you doing? That stuff cannot, once it's down, it is down. And you know what? You're so right. I probably should have used my ATG gun, but I used to use that dotted adhesive way back in the 2Ps days where a lot of the garden girls would use. And I gotta be honest with you guys, it wasn't very long, but a few years later I went and looked back on those photos and things were falling off. So now ATG gun it is for my photos, and Scotch Quick Dry or tacky glue, however you want to call it, is going to be for, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I don't ever fuss. I mean, if it's not perfect, it's not a big deal for me. I use Scotch Quick Dry, tacky glue, whatever you want to call it. This stuff I used to use a little bit in the very beginning of my scrapbooking days, and that stuff still is glued down like cement. So for me, that is a win, and that's something that I need to keep on doing. Okay, so all right, so there it is. So here I have a pattern paper on the top and pattern paper on the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and create that border. Now you could use, just to give you some examples, border punch, paper, washi tape, border strips, all that kind of stuff will work. I have, oh great, I was like all prepared for you guys. Here it is. I knew I had it somewhere. I have this washi. I was going to use this one, but look, I know you guys can't comment on below, but, or can't comment because I'm not actually live, but definitely if you want to leave some comments for me in the bottom, I will definitely get back to you because I always love to respond. I don't know. Does it look okay? I thought about this one, then I thought it kind of had a yellow hue to it, which to be honest, this has kind of got it like a grayish. And then I thought this one, it says choose happiness. And I don't know, I think I kind of like this one better, guys. I thought, like I said, you can change your mind, but having things already put in your kit, and if it doesn't work, kind of gives you like an idea of exactly what you're looking for. And let me see if that works. It gives you an idea of what it is that you are looking for. Like, okay, I knew that I wanted washi tape there, so I just went back into my washi container, or actually it's on my Rascog cart. in a little container, and I just really I picked out a different one. And I didn't have fussy then. I didn't have to go through all of my stash because I already had an idea what it is that I wanted to do. I'm going to rip it like that because I like the look of that. That just kind of makes it look like it was. Okay, come on. I need you to do the same thing for me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I did that. And that kind of goes with the little strip right here. Looks like tape. And then I've already prepped this photo. So here you're going to have another piece of pattern paper or cardstock, and you could use a ruler to kind of tear your edge if you don't have a scallop border punch. I have, let me see if I even have it available. I do. So I have these stitch ones. I believe they're from Lawn Fawn. I used to buy a lot of my dies from Lawn Fawn because I loved them. And that's just what I did for the bottom right here. So this is going to be my bottom, or this is going to be my bottom. That is my bottom. And I know, see, this is where some things kind of get a little changed up. See how it goes past this? I'm not worried about it. I'm just using this as just kind of a starting point. So even though we're going to follow it to a T, if it doesn't line up, it's okay. No worries. And I mean, I technically could shorten this. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to put you on pause and then I'm going to come right back. Okay, so now that I'm back, I just basically kind of shortened it a little bit more. It's still not going to go up above, but I'm going to have it more up the center. And whenever I scrapbook, I kind of go all over the place. I bounce back and forth. So I looked into, I was going to cut out using my Silhouette Cameo, one of these dies, but then I found in that So Fancy Simple Stories die cut, I found this. And remember how I was, as soon as I can get it, so being fussy. Okay, so I found this, and I was going to have the word love or lovely, but you know what? I actually think this works perfect right here, the colors and everything, and it has two little staples, so that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have this up to the top. Let me actually put this back on so it doesn't dry out, because I'm notorious for that. And gosh, this is the first time I've ever like done something live. Normally it's fast forward, so then you don't see me fussing, and I'm gonna put real staples on there. I fussy, and I'm, like I said, I am an all over the scrapbooker. Like, I am not one section. I just kind of start going where I want to go. All right, so I like that, and even though it's stapled, I still make everything flat. Now, one thing I've noticed is I'm becoming more of a flat scrapbooker. I still like dimension, no thicker than chipboard. What about you guys? Because I'm going to be honest, I used some rosettes for the first time that I've had forever in my stash. Actually, not just recently. It was actually a while ago, but I'm working in my daughter's album of this year right here. And I'm lucky if I'm going to even get a whole year's worth in this album, which would be a first. I've already done 2 albums for her. And that kind of bums me out because of the rosettes being so thick. And I love rosettes. But yeah, I think, guys, I'm becoming more of a flat scrapbook. If it's thicker than chipboard, it's not going to go in my album. I'm a little bummed about that because I love dimensions. So all right, so I have all this down. I'm now going to, actually, I'm going to glue this. I know this is kind of crazy. I'm only going to glue it in the center. And the reason why is I wish I could be like some of the scrapbookers who don't glue anything down their page until it's completely exactly the way they want. What frustrates me when I do that is that, God, it keeps making that noise, guys. I'm so sorry. It has air in it. I basically get really frustrated when things start moving and not staying still. I get annoyed. So I'm going to glue this down. I know, craziness right here. And then I'm going to take one of my tools This was from Undo from a long time ago. It was a photo care when I used to work at a scrapbooking store. And basically I just do this. I'm using glossy print paper from my Canon Selfie, and I'm not a big fan of it because it definitely leaves prints. So, all right. But because I did it in the center, and let's double check here. Yep. And same thing with this. Whoops. Yep. Okay, perfect. So I'm still able to put something here and kind of tuck that in. And I'm also able to, yeah, tuck basically, because we're going to have a piece here. I'm going to have a little bit of a round. Looks like I'm going to get a piece of square to have my house, my journaling, house where my title's going to go. I noticed that this washi is underneath all of this. Ugh. Is that going to be a big deal? Nope, because I used my ATG gun. Okay. I don't know. Even if that is, I may even just go over it. It may even be lower because I really like the Choose Happiness showing. So, yep. And then I'm going to get myself another embellishment and I will be right back. Okay. So, looking back on this sketch, I wanted to show you something really quick. Let me just have this out of the way here. I'm going to be focusing now on the journaling spot. So I removed the washi tape. I lifted that up. That wasn't a big deal. And then I'm going to be looking at this journaling spot. Now, when I looked, I grabbed that cardstock that I had originally in my kit when I showed you how to build a kit. And I just felt like looking on it, I was like, oh, this is just so plain to me. Granted, there's going to be stuff on here. So I'm like, okay, that's an option, because I definitely could try to, you know, spruce it up by maybe adding some tracing lines to frame it. And, you know, when I add the embellishment and back, you know, the washi tape back on, maybe it won't look so plain, but let me see what else I got. And this is what I mean by what really helps when you have kind of like a little mini kit ready to go for your layout, because I knew exactly where to go. I went into my cut apart sheet. This is what I had left. I actually think this is for the Craft Market line. I could be wrong. This is all that I have left. In fact, you can see that some of it is already cut off. So you know, it's not the whole entire word is there. I'm not worried about that, because once I put that down, you already know it says the little moments, what matter most. And this is going to be my journaling card, and I couldn't go more perfect. So this is what I'm going to use. I am going to go ahead and put this down. And I know some of you are thinking, wait a minute. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to put down this just quite yet, because I'm going to want my story in here. But I want to show you what it's going to look like once I get done. I'm going to have it just like that. And this is just how I think. I'm actually liking this, how I'm coming on live to you guys, because this kind of shows you while I'm in the moment of how I scrapbook, because this is just how I do things. It's really messy when it's live. I am not everything's so, you know, it looks that way on, I know I have one friend who always says, oh my gosh, you make it look so easy. You make everything look perfect. Oh no, I'm a big hot mess behind the scenes. You're just on fast forward. So you don't get to see that, but this is what I'm looking at, and I'm liking that. I love it. Okay. Then I thought, all right, so I am going to add some of this, what is it, like a nickel finish? No, what do they call that? Brushed finish of gold. And I'm going to add just this little piece right here. I think I'm going to, oh, I like that better when it comes off onto the blue. I like how it pops. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. There was nothing on here, but I'm okay with it. I had stitching, but I'm not going to stitch. And as far as something is an embellishment, here's the little moments, what matter most. That's going to be kind of like almost a title, because I've got a couple of words going on, so I don't need an actual like main title. And then I am going to, because I feel like this corner here is just a little kind of boring to me, just I need something. I'm going to add to that, even though it's not on. So I'm going to use this sticker. I have this little piece left that I just want to use it up. So let's do it. Sorry for that noise. I think it's kind of funny. That's the noise that, thanks. Well, the first time I go on live, that's what you get to hear. Ah, I'm not going to panic, not going to panic. That's mostly how I am when I'm filming, because I'm like, it's on fast forward. They're not going to know. Okay, so I got that down, and then I'm going to want, you know what, that camera could possibly work now that I've added that up here. But then I don't have something to go over it, because I was seriously thinking about this, but I think I actually like it up here. No, I need to bring some of those colors down. Let me see if I like, I'm just going to leave it without pushing it down. What other colors could I use? I just feel like I need some of that navy blue. Okay, let me think on this one just for a second. All right, guys, I grabbed that Craft Market sticker sheet, and this is, well, the gold is different because this is a shiny gold and not the like muted brass or brush gold. So that's not going to work. And I have this on here, but the word inspired. See, this is why I didn't grab this one. I just didn't, I wasn't feeling the sticker sheet. It's funny how that goes. I mean, sometimes even, you know, with the collection, I'm like, I'm not feeling it. All right. So I'm a little bummed. What could I do? Because I really think I like this up here. All right. I'm going to stop for now, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm going to go pick up my daughter from school. Today is her last day, and that's going to give me some time to reflect on what I want to do. And when I come back, it's going to be like only seconds for you of a pause, but really it's a good couple hours for me because I'm going to take her out with her friends to get some yogurt. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. My daughter had a good last day of school, and I'm going to finish it up. So I already kind of know what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go ahead and get my journaling figured out on what I want to do. I am going to, like I said in the original, I wanted to do was go ahead and have the photo here, or the camera here. And then, guys, I am going to switch it up because this unicorn, actually, I didn't even realize there was a unicorn at first when I was putting the kit together, but there is a unicorn just like it shows in the sketch, but really the sketch just means put an embellishment. I could have this right here, but my daughter was never really a big unicorn girl. I mean, I have them on some of her layouts, but when I saw this llama, I was like, it's perfect. Now, the gold is not brushed like this. It definitely is shiny, but you know what? I'm going to have it up here, and it's so little on the llama, it's going to be okay. So this is where I'm going to have it something like this. Okay. So that's going to be my layout. When you see the final, pictures, I'm going to have my journaling. I'm going to have everything definitely glued down, and I'm going to call this done, guys. So really excited. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had fun playing along, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Good morning, everybody. I came back just with some fresh eyes the next day, just wanting to see if everything looked good. And I have to say, I really, really like the sketch. I added some enamel dots, and then I remembered I had puffy stickers in my kit that I didn't use, so I added a little rainbow right here. And I'm going to call this layout done. I added my journaling, I did add the stamp, and that's it, guys. I hope you guys had fun playing along, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.